an interim report of the ad hoc committee on crude oil theft, on the investigation of the incessant and nefarious acts of crude oil theft in the Niger Delta and its actors. Mr. President, thank you. That the federal government should mandate the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, to strictly implement, enforce internationally acceptable crude oil measurement standards at all production sites and export terminals, or restore back to the Weights and Measures Department of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment to the upstream sector.
Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central of Bauchi State. First of all, let me say this is a very detailed report, but this is a report that we should take our time, look at it, look at the findings. In view of the findings, whether or not the recommendation tallies with the findings. You look at page 30, foreign recovery. It goes, analysis of document by A.G. Abonyama, a consultant to the committee, revealed a total shortfall of $81 billion between expected receipts of crude proceeds declared by the NNPC DPR in 2016 and in 2017, and receipts declared by CBI respectively. Also based on interim investigation of crude sales from 2015 to date, other investigation by the international consultant in the United Kingdom and Canada, the committee projects the discovery of 200 billion of unaccounted crude oil sales proceeds, which require further investigation and recovery.
This is still an interim report. The final report is not here, but from the interim report, the ad hoc committee's recommendation on the fact that we should trace, track, and recover oil proceeds of stolen crude oil transaction. Mr. President, as forensic review by the consultant shows over $22 billion, $81 billion, and $200 billion. Mr. President, this fund that is mentioned in this report, if you look at it, all put together, we are talking about $300 billion. And it is expected that the consultant that handled this should come up with the detailed list of those that are involved in these kind of actions, so that we can start from there by, one, looking at how they arrived at this to defraud the country to the sum of 300 billion.
Senate, or indeed the National Assembly, doesn't have the constitutional latitude or empowered by any law of the Federation to go and collect money from anybody. Ours is to produce a report and then send it to the executive arm of government. And then the president, who is the head of the executive arm of government, may choose to use the condolences or EFCC or whatever, or the police to recover these funds. But it's not within our latitude, our legal mandate.
Deputy Senate President, to commend the Committee on Reparation and then the Special Ad Hoc Committee on Crude Oil Theft, headed by our brother, distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, for this interim report. I believe it's a step in the right direction. So we will not go into the full prayers until we have the full report before us. But with what we have now, it's work in progress. So we thank you and commend you on behalf of the Senate for the efforts that you are putting. And we say continue, you are in the right track. And God will finally bless your efforts as you present us with a full and final report.